Hi, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to, what day are we on? Day 10. It's Friday. We had a Friday quote today. Guys, welcome to my virtual studio. My name is Kate. If you don't know who I am, hopefully you do, because we're on day 10 of these challenges, and you can find all the other previous challenges somewhere above or below this post. They're all public. I have them on my YouTube channel, and you can do each one. They do go in somewhat of a sequence, but you can probably do them out of order and be okay. There's just a few that kind of build. But today's video challenge is actually not quite a challenge. It's more informational. But I do hope you take time to watch it and just try some of these modification options, especially if you're brand new to the classes. I wanted to show you how you can modify some of the more challenging moves in the formats that I teach, particularly Piyo and Soul Fusion, where we get down to the ground quite a bit. And sometimes that can be hard if you're brand new or you're not used to that up and down movement. Your strength isn't built up yet. And so I want to show you a couple options, as you can see in the background, of some things in your house that you can use to help you in these moves as you build your strength, and then how you can progress so that as you get stronger and you getting more confident with the moves, then you can take some of these things out and you'll see the progress that you can make with just body weight moves. So my goal with all of these video challenges is for you to get familiar with my classes, the pace that we move at, the moves that we do. We move to a beat. And then hopefully by the end of the month, you'll be ready to try some full classes with me. Or maybe you're ready right now. So you guys, connect with me on social media if I have not connected with you yet. And let's get into it. So when you come to my virtual classes, a couple cool things. We do have we have two views for the camera, front view and a side view. So I want to show you today how you can use objects like a chair or a coffee table in this case, to help you progress through some of the moves that we do. Now, there's some things that you do want to remember for safety here, and that's really, really, really important. So you want to make sure that whatever object you use, whatever chair you use, whatever stool you use, whatever coffee table you use, bench, that it is extremely sturdy. And it is, the wider the object, the better, because it has obviously more support then, and it's not as wobbly. And additionally, that you have a very grippy mat, so that when you place that object on your grippy mat, it's not moving. So for this table, this is a coffee table, it's a metal table, and it's gripping like full force to this rubber yoga mat. So it's not going to move, because what you're going to be doing is you're going to be leaning into it. And so you want to make sure that you have full support. Another option, a smart option, would be to put this whole setup against a wall. So I'm not going to do that because I can't film then, but you could have your yoga mat up against a wall, the table or the chair up against a wall, and that would be the safest way to do that. And so you really need to make sure that whatever objects you use for modifications, they are safe. Safe. Safety first, people. All right, so other things to keep in mind. The higher the object, the less strength you need. Because as you have a higher object, you have less of an angle with your body, so you're not supporting as much weight, if that makes sense. So, for example, my coffee table is higher than my chair. So if I was to do that same movement on my chair, I'm going to be closer to the ground. So that means gravity is going to be pulling me down more than it is with this higher object. So as you progress in strength, you can lower your objects, finding more objects that are lower to the ground as you get stronger. So let me just show you. I'm going to show you with the table. I'm going to move the chair out of the way, but I wanted to just use the chair to show you as an example that the lower the object, the more strength you're going to need. So here are some things you can do with an object like a coffee table. If you are not comfortable getting down into full plank, which we do a lot in my classes, then use a support like this. And the support that it provides will allow you to still get into a plank position. If you check that side camera, I'm still in plank. I'm just not fully down on the ground, which means I don't have to use as much of my strength because gravity is not pulling me down as much. So the great thing about having an object like a coffee table or a chair is that it gives you It gives you what you need until you build the strength to take it away. So for example, if I'm doing plank, we're fanning up. Let's say we fan up, we fold forward, we do a half lift, and then you're going to hear me say step to plank. You can just place your hands and then you can step back into your modified plank. Now, I recommend, again, same thing with safety. I'm pressing my heels into the edge of this object, and I can already feel that it's kind of irritating on my hands, so I might use a pair of like weightlifting gloves that have that cushioned support in the palm. That would help, because if I put my hands flat on the top of the surface, guess what's going to happen? You slide. So you've got to make sure that you're really having full support. You could even grip the edges of this object. That would help. So whatever object you're using, you guys just make sure it's fully supporting you and you have enough grip so that you're not slipping. So plank, modified plank would look like this. You could do modified plank push-ups. You could do a modified up dog, looking up, giving that back extension. You can modify down dog by pressing back. Here would be a modified down dog, not going all the way to the ground. You can use your table to do a modified low lunge, so your foot comes forward. You could do the modified twist with the low lunge. So these are all moves that we do in my classes. We could step back, modify the other leg with the low lunge, that you can completely do if you are brand new and you're not ready to go all the way to the ground. Other moves that you could do with this one, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else. Those are the big ones. Plank is the big one that people have a hard time getting into, especially if you're brand new, because we move to the beat, so we are going up and down very fast. And if you don't have that strength build up and you're not used to that pace, then something like this will be very helpful as you build up to that. Oh, I know what else you can do with this. You can also, we do supported bowler. So supported bowler is where we sink all the way down to the ground and then we're in a bowling position. So this could also help with supported bowler. You'd be off to the side and then you're in a supported bowler this way. You could step and switch. We actually do this move. So this little teeny object, it's not teeny. This object, an everyday object in your house, you probably have something that you could use like this. Again, you guys, the biggest thing is safety. Put it up against a wall. Put it up against a wall, then you don't have to worry about it. Except for your hands. Just make sure your hands, get a pair of weightlifting gloves, get a pair of grippy gloves, workout gloves, so that if you're modifying using something like this, your hands are not going to slide. Because right now, this is a slippery surface. Okay? What else? So we did the plank, we did low lunge, we did supportive bowler. You could modify side plank. So you can modify side plank with this as well. So side plank, you're a straight line. So look at how awesome it is to use this to modify a move like side plank, which is very challenging. Modified on the other side, you could come to the center and you could rotate, switch this side. Again, making sure that your palm is not going to slide. So those are some options. I'm trying to think if there's any other moves that we do. I mean, there are other moves that we do, but if you have something ready in front of you, you can always modify what you need to. Another option is to use yoga blocks. Yoga blocks are much lower to the ground, so you do need to have a bit of strength built up for those, but another great option, especially, oh, I know what move I forgot to show, the warrior positions, like warrior 3 for balance. So warrior 3, when we hinge forward, there's a lot of balance there. You actually have to have a lot of core support to hold yourself in that straight line. So you could always use the table for balance and to help you stay in that flat back position. Other leg. So this is a great option if you're not real strong with your balance moves yet. Additionally, you could use this to support yourself in a right angle position where you're not ready to go down to full right angle, but you do want to get into these poses. Warrior 2, not as much of a modification because Warrior 2, you're already have your arms up. Triangle, you could do triangle where you're straightening, if you're not ready to have that full extension where you're all the way down like this, but you need something more. Yoga blocks are actually a very good option. I'll do a video with those too for poses like warrior, right angle, and triangle, because you can get a little bit lower to the ground, but the yoga block just brings it up real small for you. So anyway, you guys, I wanted to show you that. Lots of options. Get an object out, play around with it, see what you can modify, see what you can do with something like this to help you with some of those more challenging moves that we do, and then you can build up from there. All right, you guys, I hope that was really helpful, and especially if you're brand new and you try some of these moves, you can do it. You can do it. I promise you can do it. Ask me any questions, you guys, and I can always make further videos if you have more questions or you need more clarification on anything. But I hope that was helpful for you. And when you come to my classes every day, you get a sticker. This is our sticker today. We did Piyo today, actually. And so we got a lucky sticker. So I hope you have a great day and lucky things happen to you. You guys, make sure you are in our Facebook groups. Those are somewhere around here as well, if you're not in the groups already. Winning the prizes. Lindsay's giving away some awesome things. Again, connect on social media. Share your pictures in our groups. And I hope that you join me in classes soon. All right, you guys, have a great day. Bye. Intoxicated feelings comfortably mixed.